Hello everyone, I am here today with a traveler's notebook layout, and I'm continuing on with a project I've been working on for a while. It's all photos from a history and photo walk that I took last summer. So I had decided that I would put it in this traveler's notebook because it's a very defined set of photos. I didn't think it needed to be in my regular album, and let's be honest, I just love traveler's notebooks, so it's going in here. So if you watched others that I have done, there's a couple here, you'll see that I've been trying to keep with a consistent theme of using these cork numbers. So that is a hint as to what stop we were doing, where the photos came from. So I am going to continue on with that. So I have those right here. These are older ones from Studio Calico. I don't remember exactly when they were made. I don't think it says on there. I've had them for a while, but I love cork elements in general. So I love that I can use those numbers. That's pretty much as far as I've gotten for this layout. I know these are the photos I'm going to use, and I chose them to go together because of the purple that's in both of them. But that's it so far. So I do know that in my stack of pre-cut Traveler's Notebook insert papers that I have collected, there is nothing that matches this. So I've already gone through that pile. So I'm going to have to go into my stash. Sorry, my zipper on my sweater keeps hitting the table. It's supposed to be 70 here today. They lied. I find it very chilly. But anyway, I'm going to have to find something that's going to go as a background because those are not going to work. So into my stash I will go. So I did find some paper that I'm going to use here for the background because it matches with this. But something else I found is that I can tell I haven't worked on this project in a little while because I have so many photos from the farmer's market, that's obviously where these are from, that I won't be using these numbers because I'm not at a new stop yet. I'm still on the farmer's market, which was stop 5. So never mind what I said about these. I'm not going to use them today. I will use them at the next stop, but they won't appear in the layout today. So really I'm just starting with the background paper. And what I did was I cut this widthwise to 3.75 inches because I want there to be a little bit of a border, and this is getting really full. So if I did it a full 4 inches, it probably would not stay stuck down very well. So I'm going 3.75. So I cut both of those to that size, and then I just need to figure out how I'm going to arrange them on which side of the page and which photos are going to go where. So that is my next step. So I have adhered the green background paper, and I think this is approximately how I'm going to do the photos because they're kind of at opposite ends then of each other, and it still gives lots of room for journaling and embellishment things here, and I have no idea what I'm going to do for that, but I want to make sure I have the room for it. So I think this is pretty much the design I'm going with here. I have found 2 things in my stash so far that I want to use. I have a bunch of these flags. I bought them as digital files and just printed them at home and cut them out. And I do have one that's purple and gold, and so I thought that might work over here. And then just this little phrase label I have that says observations, and it's a brown color, and I thought that would maybe bring out this because there's a lot of green happening here and purple, and since I have purple again with this, I don't want to overload it. So I thought, well, maybe this will help kind of offset that a little bit. So it brings in that white, but it still has a little bit of the brown too. All right, so here's what I've got so far with those 2 elements put down on the layout. And I think I'm also going to use this stamp set, and I'm going to use this one here that says food makes me happy. And even though I wasn't actually eating here, I like the look of it. And it will become food. It will make something. So I think I'm going to stamp that down here somewhere. I don't know if I'll do it right under the tag there or put it over here. I'm not totally sure, but I'm going to use it. And this is a set by Kelly Perky. It's called Let's Eat, and it's from last year, 2017. I have stamped on the layout here And I'm a little disappointed actually in how it came out. I used my StazOn because this paper, I can't tell what exactly is on the surface, but it doesn't feel like a standard piece of pattern paper. So I just wanted to be sure to use StazOn in case it had some kind of coating on the surface or something. And it must, because this did not come out very clear and it doesn't look like the ink soaked in very well. So I'm a little disappointed in that, but then, you know, it's kind of just fading into the background, which maybe is an okay thing. So for now, I'm going to leave it and move on to something else. And we'll just see later if I end up covering it up or, you know, trying to go over it in some way. I don't know. But for now, I will leave it. I went back into my stash again to see what else I could find, and I actually came across this set of epoxy stickers from a Cocoa Daisy kit that I have. I think this was the March kit. And there's a lot of purple and green in here, which I thought maybe I should stay away from, but I'm wondering if it might work. Like, this is purple, but it's almost more of a pinky purple, like a fuchsia. It's not the same purple as this. So I'm wondering if I can put it in there and get away with it because it's not exactly the same. I'm not sure, but I really like the look of these. I think it will add some dimension in there. So I'm just going to play with it and see what happens. I did decide to use two of the stickers. I did pull off this one and I just overlapped it with the top border here, which I think works pretty well because it's not exactly the same. You can see that's a different shade there. And then on this side, I just went with the one that says this because I didn't know that I really needed to say more than that because I just think that purple just jumps out at you here all on its own. And I'm happy with how it looks so far. I do feel like it's maybe a little blank up here. And so I'm not sure if I'm going to do some journaling lines or maybe I'll just outline around here to bring in some more color. I'm not sure yet, so I'm going to work on that next. I decided to do some outlining like I thought I might, just to bring in some black so it kind of ties in the stamping that I had. And then I decided to stamp here, and the stamp actually says do great things, and I only inked the part that says great things. But it still looked too white to me, and so I thought, well, what else can I do up there? So I decided just to take a little strip of the green that I had left from trimming these pieces and put it up here. So now I'm just going to quickly trim off the edge so that it lines up perfectly. And this one is done. Thanks for watching.